Greetings, my name is Mike Fluke, and you're watching Asia-Based Television. I am joined by my co-host, Quest, a.k.a. Chris, a.k.a. Tool, because you're wearing a Tool shirt.
Are you calling me a tool? You're a tool.
We were just talking about how we're getting older and how we're like, there's that line when when gays come up to us and tell us how to dress.
Oh, yeah.
To get laid and things.
I don't care.
I know. I'm
still going to wear t-shirts.
It's also tiresome.
We're also at home in the kitchen, so.
Yeah, and I'm wearing my sleep clothes right now because we weren't going to do a stream today. Chris had to go to a meeting and then he didn't, so we're doing a stream.
But the context of that, one of my gay friends that I met out partying was giving me like queer eye for the straight guy advice and said, oh, you should wear like a nicer collared shirt and then people will... If you don't, they're going to judge you and think you don't have money. If you're
what colors did he recommend?
It didn't say colors.
He did because we had this conversation.
Was it neutrals, like black and white, and
particularly like a dark blue shirt or whatever? And then at the end of the conversation, you're like, "Yeah, Mike, basically what you wear."
Oh yeah, he sent me a bunch of pictures from Google.
Yeah, and it's like I have all of that. Yeah.
Like all of the outfits look like your clothes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but I guess I'll go through the usual ritual whenever we start a stream. And we're a little more high energy today. I don't know why. I didn't really sleep that good last night. Netflix was on all night. And
we should have ordered some food to interrupt the stream again.
Yeah, we got to have something interrupt every stream and make it a show. Okay, let me get the right thing. So if you ever want to support the channel, because right now I'm sponging off Chris until I wait for my big payout, getting a investment 4 times larger than any other one I ever had on the go, but I'm waiting another week, it looks like. So if you want to help me out so I don't have to sponge off Chris that much, you can drop a super. This is what it looks like when you do.
Dina tipped $50.
Well, you got $50?
Oh, I wish I had a friend named Dina. But yeah, the link is on your screen and it's also in the description as well. Other links you'll find in the description is hobowithlaptop.com/connect. And that's where you find all the buttons for all the things. We've also got a link to our members-only community. We're really trying to pump our Facebook page. If you guys want to just hit like on our Facebook page, the link for that in the description. We want to stream on Facebook for the Hobo and Quest show, which this is not yet.
We have a Facebook page?
We do.
Did I like it?
Yes. Oh, you liked it.
I didn't even see it.
You loved it long time.
I haven't seen it recently.
I think that's the one I call Hobo with a laptop, but it says Asia-based in brackets, and it's got the Asia-based logo, but it says Hobo with a laptop.
So it's linked in the description?
Yeah.
I'm trying to find...
It's still facebook.com/Asia-based.
I know it's rude to be on a phone, but I'm trying to bring up the stream so I can chat.
You're allowed.
Okay. Well... I won't be just...
What's up, Alpha, the first one? You are literally the first one. You have a very accurate name. What's up? Shout out to the Philippines. Thank you very much. Where you've coming from. We've met before. I don't know, actually. Have we, Alpha? I had a stroke back in 2019. I have memento brain.
Do you mean in real life or...
No, like in the chat.
On the webs.
On the interwebs. No, just in the chat. But yeah, and then if you want to leave us a voicemail, I still haven't changed the URL for that yet. It's speakpipe.com/hobospeaks. In the future, it'll probably just be like asiabase.tv/voice or something. But for now, it is speakpipe.com/hobospeaks because I like to crop dust the brands together. And what else was there? Members only, supers, voicemail, Facebook page. I think that's good. Passport Bros is the future, brah. Things are not getting better in America. I know. That's why we exist, actually, and why the timing of this podcast is very pertinent. I live in Los Angeles, and dating is not getting any better. Yeah, man. And do me a favor, Alpha. If you want to drop your real first name in the chat, that's cool, too. I try to remember. It's good for me to learn new things because my brain is cooked.
What if he wants to be incognito?
He can be. He can make up a name. We can call him Ben.
Yeah,
Uncle Ben. We'll call him Uncle Ben because with great power. But
I was going to call him Bob Bobertson because I just love that name so much this week.
His name was Robert Paulson.
Who?
Fight Club. I was trying to remember that yesterday. It just popped out now.
That's not the guy that did Call of the Wild.
No, it was Meatloaf, man. When Meatloaf B-Tits passed away, they buried him in the backyard, and then his name was Robert Paulson.
I don't even know what movie you're talking about.
Fight Club.
Oh, you did just say that.
Yeah. Anyway,
that's my ADD.
Us doing the show is super important. I just want to get this out because it's in the beginning of the thing. if you're ever watching whatever podcast, or you're on Legion of Men, or you're looking at any other thing, can you do me a favor? We're just starting out with this. Can you drop us in the chat and just be like, you guys should check out, like, if anybody talks about the Philippines passport bro thing, can you bring up Asia-based TV? We are solely based in the Philippines. Some of our episodes, and in the past, if you look at my profile, we do kind of do episodes now and again that are adjacent with Fresh and Fit and whatever, with similar lines of questioning to illustrate how the ladies here are the same, because a big AWALT sandwich, like they're all very similar, but then in other ways they're also very different. There is nuance.
What's AWALT again?
All women are like that.
Oh.
But I always like emulate BLT sandwich, but it's an AWALT sandwich.
So they're
with fries.
They're similar. They're the same, but
same but different, as they say in Thailand. Yeah. And so like we're just trying to get out there. I'm like hashtagging the shit out of our channel to like get us up, trying to do my thing. And then, Alpha, if you want to like our Facebook page too, that would really help out, because we'll live stream on there, because in the Philippines, Facebook is basically their go-to. Like if you say you're a vlogger, they pull up Facebook and they're like, oh, can you add me? And I'm like, no, it's on YouTube. Oh, and then like they're just confused
and they lose interest.
Yeah, and then when I was
YouTube,
when I was a blogger before, I'd be like, "Oh, I'm a blogger," and then they would pull up YouTube. Can you? It's like it's just always confused. So I think for Facebook, for the locals, would be good.
I'm on blogspot.com.
Yeah, no, I think that the new Blogspot,
GeoCities,
no,
Angel Fire.
I had that. Did you ever use Net Zero?
Yeah,
it had the ads on the bottom. It was like Yeah, they were totally logging everything. I think it was
Net Zero. I used Prodigy.
Oh yeah, yeah. And then I used to like do AOL and stuff. I almost got caught for I almost got into the credit card generator.
There was CompuServe. Then they merged with Hewlett Packard, and then now Hewlett Packard is dead now, right? Didn't they go out of business?
HP? No, they're still.
Oh, they're still kicking.
Yeah, or they got bought by like Dell. No, I think they're still going. Yeah, HP. It's still going. Yeah. On some of the podcasts I still see the HP logo.
You're right. I just filter them out whenever I'm buying laptops, because I don't want a bunch of bloatware.
Yeah, bad memories of the.
I know I have some, but it's I don't want to get into a Linux versus Windows thing right now.
Well, not with me, because I'll win. Yeah. Actually, the only thing that Linux wasn't the best for was running OBS. It just didn't get the USB data. Like that's how the audio sounded, which is kind of a big deal. But I'm sure it's fixed now. I just didn't have a properly compatible machine. But anyway, in this episode, we're going to talk about dating stories, because the Hobo and Quest show is going to be a morning show format, 3 hours from 6 to 9 p.m. Manila time, putting it in the same day, your time in the States, at 6 to 9 a.m. And we're going to do the morning show thing, complete with music breaks. And music Chris has produced, and I'll probably get into that habit too in the future. And we're actually gonna have proper segments. We're gonna do maybe some pranks once in a while, just on people. We're gonna have dating conversations. We're gonna have female guests. We're gonna do all of that stuff.
Yeah, we're gonna bring in some eye candy for y'all. So
yeah, and we're gonna be at a different location.
Keep it locked.
Yeah, Chris has actually built a cyberpunk themed bar called Signal DVO. And actually, maybe we should start putting a link.
We should start doing.
We'll discuss that.
Streams there even before we're ready.
I need that cash first.
Oh,
yeah,
and something to carry your dying laptop in.
Yeah, exactly. My screen is like held on by one hinge, not both. And if I close it too much, it's gonna break. So my father passed away. I already did my morning thing. People that have known me, and I did a lot of streams that I've taken down since then, not because there was anything bad with them, but just because they were vertical. And I just don't like vertical streams. But I'm past that. He passed away in February. And my inheritance has been delayed now 4 months. We're going on 5 months. And when I do that, I'm going to get a whole new stack, a gear stack, a MacBook Pro.
Bro. Nobody cares.
I know, but I'm just saying we're going to relocate. I can't move around with all this right now, though, because if I close this too many times, it's just going to break. I slept on it once. It takes a drink of beer every once in a while on my keyboard. But yeah, so Hobo and Quest is going to be like a morning show. We're going to talk about dating. We're going to give a lot of good information for people that are coming to the Philippines as passport bros. Yesterday, we talked about Kin Haven, which is like my soft colonization, wet dream of soft colonizing the Philippines through dick and godly living. You know, like if there's any Catholic men that are looking for a good lady, I'm not Catholic, by the way. I'm a Protestant, but the Crusades include us. But it was all inclusive.
That's an interesting juxtaposition, by the way. We're going to colonize by dick and godliness.
Well, by making babies. Like I want to be responsible for at least a couple hundred marriages and 10,000 babies. Because I think that we can like raise the bar on this country a little bit. I think we would help the economy. I think that we would preserve and protect their existing culture. We wouldn't overwrite it. Because feminism and TikTok brain, the women here are self-colonizing themselves. The birth rate is below replacement now. And that's all happened while I've been on the soil here. So I'm getting a little concerned. So that's when I had, like, I was watching videos of Rhodesia and watching, what's his name? Sir Miles. Do you know Sir Miles?
No, I know Miles Yiannopoulos or whatever.
No. Sir Miles is the guy that went to Afghanistan right before the pullout and then he got stuck there. And then now he sells these lighters that whenever you open them, they go like they do the Hebrew music, you know, like, and he also has one for Rhodesia, which really sucks because I had a Rhodesian lighter when I was a kid. I found it in my friend's grandfather's basement and I was a little shit back then. So I scooped it and I didn't know what it was. It was just a regular Zippo, but it had Rhodesia's logo on it. And then someone stole it years later. It's probably worth, like, because it was one of the original ones. Sir Miles made a new one, and I actually want to buy them and maybe resell them in the Philippines. Anyway, yeah, so morning show covered that. Kin Haven, you know, we want to basically, like, I'm going to build a trust in my kid's name, and then I'm going to be able to buy land on that. And I want to buy a big ass piece of land and then like square it off for just kind of create like a gated community of, you know, people that come from the West here that do, like, they're not just here to be degenerates. Like, they actually want to start a family and all that. And once you have your family, we can have a kin haven, you know, a safe haven for us to have a family where we don't have to deal with burnt plastic and all the hormone disruptors that go with that when they burn their garbage, or loud karaoke nights, stuff like that. It's a way to, you know, be a haven from that type of behavior. But at the same time, we also want to be a pillar in the community and help out, throw back.
For the record, yeah. I'm all about being a pillar of the community, but I don't want to live on the same land with you and a bunch of crazy white people.
I know. He always thinks it's got Qureshi vibes.
You think that it's going to be easy to bring over guys that think like us, but what if we get people that are just, you know, crazies? Like,
well, we're not going to have an HOA, but, you know, like, we're going to know the people pretty well. Like, this is maybe 5 years away. So, like, we're going to get to know people, because we're also going to be doing retreats in the future as well, where we set up a retreat. Anybody interested in coming over, they can meet us, hang out with us. We'll get some girls that were on the show. They will also join us on our entourage. So you'll get acclimated with what the ladies are like at a resort in a comfortable place, and we will acclimate you to the country. And then if you stay behind after that, we could help you find an apartment, you know, and not get ripped off on renting a bike or buying a bike or whatever, like whatever it is that you need to do to settle in and sink your teeth in for a longer visit and help you navigate the laws.
You want to do this in Davao or just Mindanao somewhere?
All over the country, because I obviously have connections in.
You're going to buy a piece of land that's all over the country.
Oh, I'm just going to buy the country.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, cool.
I'll find all that gold that's apparently hidden. Like, I've already got the pirate teeth.
First, we're going to need Clav or somebody to raid our.
Once my diabetes, you know, like once I get diabetes and it reaches a certain point, and I get a peg leg, and then I'll knock this tooth out again, because I'm sure I'll fix it in that time in between, and then I'll just find the gold. The pot of gold. But yeah, and then the other thing we want to do too, when we do start Hobo and Quest, because I will be flush, our first month or two, like until we reach like $1,000 in super chats, we want to donate that in person and go to areas, because it takes years to recover from the earthquakes. We want to go to those areas, talk to the Barangay captains, not do a Mr. Beast brag tour where we're like, hello, poor person, here is some money. Can we videotape you and your baby? Like, nothing like that. We're just going to go talk to the Barangay captain. We're going to preserve people's privacy.
Good deeds quietly.
We just want to do that so we could show the receipt that we donated the amount of money that we said we would donate. And if I'm really flush, then I might even match it, so it'll be double the money. I don't know yet. I haven't thought that far ahead yet. but we do want to contribute to the community in the Philippines, and we want to be a positive thing. I also want to join some fraternal organizations. And I guess we'll kind of leave it there. I thought you were going to put that one at that time. That would have been very inappropriate. That would have been the one time I would have had to slap you, but
it'll happen someday.
Yeah, I'm sure it will. But so we want to talk about lady stories, and then I just want to kind of jump into like Mitch McConnell passing away. He's this morning I read when I woke up that he was certified brain dead, which brain dead isn't real. It's not a thing. Usually they say that when they want to harvest your organs.
Doesn't that mean like your brain has low EKG spikes or something? And it's like nothing going on.
Yeah, but it doesn't.
Your brain waves
doesn't work
slow down.
Yeah, but it doesn't mean you're brain dead though.
But you're not in alpha.
Brains
you're
don't
not in
die
beta,
like that.
You're not in theta. You're not in delta. You're just in.
Your brain dies when something else stops.
What's the last one?
Yeah, but
omega. Are there omega waves?
I don't know, bro. But I do know that it's very inappropriate. And we talked about this just the other day about how you don't piss on anyone's grave. You know, like Charlie Kirk, people are rude about Charlie Kirk. And I didn't, like you mentioned that people were walking around for Halloween or whatever wearing Trayvon with Skittles and stuff.
Yeah.
I think that's disgusting as well.
It's sickening.
But when you're a neocon that is clutched on, like I could say the same on the other side of the aisle of Nancy Pelosi. You know, like when you have clutched to power for that long and you have been responsible for countless deaths.
Yeah, I think it's good that he's out of
government. Yeah,
the Senate now, but I'm not going to celebrate anybody's death.
I was happy. I felt joy, but I'm not going to say I'm going to celebrate it or anything like that. But I did feel joy. I was like, thank you. We got to get some fresh blood in that seat, you know, and all of the things that we have done that are naughty around the world. And I say we, even though I'm Canadian, I feel I identify as an American.
He's trans-American.
Yeah, I identify as an American.
You know that guy that does the trans-native and...
Yeah. That one comedian. I don't know. And he walks up. Oh, I thought you had a trans sign on your lawn.
I saw your sign and I just wanted to come out to you.
See, I got rid of the I approve this message and I replaced it with the Goonies. Hey, you guys. So... But yeah, anyway, so just if you're a neocon and you supported all the Bush stuff and all the Obama bombing of whatever, and then like every bad thing, and you just were against the interests of the people that you're elected, or I mean, is Mitch McConnell even really elected? I mean, you could put a cup, like Nancy Pelosi said, we could just put a mug with a D on it and we'd win. But he's responsible for so much death that I would qualify him as evil. And I do think that there is one form of hate that is permissible under God, and it is called a godly hate. You know, it is one where it is just like
a righteous anger. A
righteous hate, though. Like there are in some cases when it's pure evil. Like you can hate Satan, you know? So I kind of think he falls into that category. And I mean, his wife, within like a week of him being like mysterious, because the media ran cover for him too. When does the media ever run cover for anybody on the right?
Wasn't it like 2021 when he stroked out on TV for like 40 seconds?
Yeah, more than once. He's come to Congress with a black eye within a week of his initial disappearance over 30 days ago, because he might have passed away over 30 days ago. His wife, who is a billionaire from China, had a meeting with the CCP, as far as I understand. She flew right over to China. And if he wasn't gone yet, allegedly, yeah. So I mean, he was dirty, and I'm glad he's out. And frankly, I don't think he had anything to benefit the human race. So, you know, I'm a little strong on that. You know, I think there's a big difference with how the left feels about Kirk versus how I feel about Mitch McConnell. And I think, what's his face? He's had a couple moments where I liked him. You know, the not so closeted homosexual one. What's his name? Leslie? Or whatever.
No idea.
I don't know. He's from the South. He's got the Southern accent.
You're talking about Lindsey Graham?
Lindsey Graham. Oh. Yeah. The not so closeted guy. He's also done some horrible shit too, but I think Mitch was probably one of the worst. Anyway, so now that we've done that, do you have any last thoughts on that? I think you're going to stick to your guns and say it's not right to dance on anyone. I'm not dancing. No dancing.
No, I just don't really care enough to have an opinion anymore, because I've been removed from politics after the whole disappointment of 2020, and then
I feel you.
So you just kind of tuned out.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of guys another point of the show, whether we're doing it's just going to happen organically, is that we're going to highlight, we're going to glaze the Philippines a little bit. And then we're going to talk a little bit of shit about the Philippines. It'll be like a compliment sandwich or like a criticism sandwich where it's like positive, negative, positive. But we're also going to talk about reasons why people are leaving the West.
Yeah.
And I think Mitch McConnell is like a big reason why people want to leave the West.
Any criticism I have of the Philippines should be tempered with the realization I'm living here because it's my favorite place on earth. So whatever criticisms I have, I'd still rather be here than the States.
Yeah, that's the way I definitely, but I mean, there will be times when we get into our old man mode. When we've just had enough and we just can't take it anymore.
Out of stock, sir.
Yeah. Sorry, mom, sir. And then you look over and it's on the shelf. Computer says no. Computer says no. I got to get that sound effect, actually. Computer says no. But anyway.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to come.
So we wanted to talk about the ladies and tell some stories.
I actually wrote down on my notes, don't do the hand thing.
Yeah, it's a bit that Chris likes to do.
I can't stop.
You'd have to stick around a little longer to get the lore. I was supposed to send a link out that we're even on stream.
So we were going to talk about there's a crazy amount of lesbians in the Philippines, which is surprising to me because they don't have the classic butch tomboy look. A lot of them are lipstick lesbians, and you just think, what happened? Did a guy break your heart? Maybe you've just given up on boys.
Did you have a really disgusting, depraved uncle?
Maybe they've given up
or
on
father during lockdown.
Yeah, which isn't funny because
it's not funny. It's very common in Asia, actually. But and I'm not making light of it.
But these girls, there's a lot of them. You'll see them walking down the street and holding hands, or a girl with her arm around another girl, and I just wonder, is this real or is it a phase? Because they seem like regular, I want to say normal girls. But
when I was ripped, the thumbnail for this video, which was AI, but still, when I was ripped, they go back to factories. You can get them back to factory.
I don't care enough to try, but
it doesn't take a lot.
My friend and I were out at a place the other night at this pub, and he was just looking at this girl enamored all night. Oh, that's the one. She's the prettiest girl in here. And she was okay. She was very pretty, but not in a glamorous, I'm in love with myself way. It was more tuned down and, just low key pretty. And so after they invited us over to their table after we've been sitting next to them for a while, the first thing the girl said was, I'm a lesbian. And he was like, no, bro, she's not a lesbian. I think she was, because later she actually showed me pictures of her girlfriend and we became friends on Facebook. But I'll probably never hang out with her or talk to her because what reason do I have? We don't have anything in common. But it was just surprising.
Those butch lesbians, though, that are usually the male role in their relationship, they'll shank you, bro.
They won't shank me because I'm friends with everybody.
No, I know. But some of them are on the hormones, right? So they're all confused. So they get the testosterone and they go to the gym and they got the short hair and they want to pass, some of them. And they got that what do you call it in a teacup? The tempest. They have the testosterone tempest going on. And just last night I had another crazy one just come out of the blue and just be I just wasn't buying what they were selling. So they're it's because I'm not enough woman for you. And it's you're not a woman. That one. And we were going to do business with that person. And I was very polite and stuff. And then I open they argue like men. They're rapid fire on the text like men. Very aggressive. Sending you not D pics, thank gosh, but weird pictures of the back of their throat for some reason, which is what I got from this one, which was supposed to be doing our PR.
That's
gross.
Unprofessional.
Yeah, very. And I was telling Chris,
I'm a marketing manager.
Yeah, and I'm and also partial got a little bit of the melanin too going on there, so not mix something, and so you got all that goes with that, and then just really aggressive, and then I was I told Chris earlier before we went on this call, we're gonna have to start saying like modern women do, that's inappropriate. Or like, it's so inappropriate. As much as we might feel like
That didn't.
we
sound
still can't.
like a modern woman. That sounded like.
I know, but yeah, maybe it's my missing tooth that makes it sound different. I don't know. But yeah, you just got to be careful with that whole thing. So yeah, just let it be known. You know, if you see one with a lipstick lesbian, and then the other one is like kind of a stocky, goes to the gym, you know, maybe wears binders, you know, over the breasts and stuff
So
like
you're
that.
saying be careful around like
Don't hit on a lipstick lesbian unless you know the environment and you know her better than you know her.
I wouldn't hit on them anyway.
I know, but we have an audience though.
If I see them holding hands,
You're going to get some guy from Texas. We can already think of who it's going to be. He's like, I can put her back to factory settings. Is her name Bangeline or whatever? Do you want to? Yeah. So it's like, you know, if
somebody
you see,
that thinks they're God's gift to women,
yeah, you know, and some of that is like, you know, some of the closeted Texans that we
you
may or may
can come
not know.
over here with that attitude, but you'll get schooled real fast.
Yeah, and that's my point. You might get shanked. So like that's what I'm trying to warn these people for. I'm not saying it for you or me, because we know. I've been here. I've been in Asia 16, 17 years, and I've been in the Philippines since 2016. Like,
But what I was talking about wasn't like a tomboy or a butch girl with a pretty girl. I was talking about two pretty girls that you would think they're both straight just if you saw them separately.
Okay.
And then every time I see that, like just a little tear goes down my face.
I know. That's another.
The old Native American commercial.
Yeah. And the parents here, they don't have any, because this is the most rainbow people friendly place probably in the world.
Yeah, probably.
I mean, San Francisco would definitely, like California would be up there, but that's
as
not
a
a country.
country.
Yeah, as a country, you know, Philippines would probably be the top. So the parents don't have that tier where they realize their bloodline ends now. It's like they don't, because that's one thing you do notice living in Asia is they don't think ahead. They think ahead a little bit more than Africa does, but they don't think ahead like very far.
This is a generalization, of course.
Of course.
And I'm not applying it to all of Asia. I don't have enough data, but I have noticed that does tend to be true with the younger generation.
All of the generation. That's why they buy sachets. Everything's in a sachet. Why they buy cigarettes individually. Like they're not thinking, oh, if I buy a carton, I can have 2 extra jumbo beers this week. You know, like they don't think like that. Like it's just not in their, I mean, you can say it's about their socioeconomic status, you know, in many cases, but when they do get money, like I'll watch them at the store, and I know I'm going on a side quest. It'll be 30 seconds. When they go to the store, they'll buy something and they'll have like 3 or 4 extra pesos. So they'll look around for something to spend.
They buy candy.
Yeah, there's always like something, like just anything, even a grown ass adult.
I get given candy all the time. They like eating candy while they drink. It's like Peloton. They want to have something salty, and then they also want little candies.
That messes up the food science with the alcohol. You get a hangover.
Even
sugar.
Adults eating candy all the time.
Yeah.
Like when I'm at the store in America, I don't think, oh, let's go to the candy aisle. I got to get some Jolly Rancher.
I do think there's more to it than that. Like as I've been homeless, and as you know, those who've been following the show since the beginning know that I fast 9 days in a row because I'm broke.
So what do you think? Like
it satiates your hunger, because maybe you don't want to get up and spend money on the real meal when you're drinking, or they don't have peanuts. It just satiates the hunger so you don't pass out. And during the day too, in the heat, like even I found myself once in a while buying a peppermint because it's all I had. I'd return an empty, and I would buy a peppermint, and that would be my meal for the day. So I know, man, I hit that.
Sad.
Dude, I know. You know, like the fact that I'm still doing this, and that was like only a few weeks ago.
You're going to make me cry on stream.
Yeah, well, that's why you took me in. Thanks. So any super chats, because I'm getting my money and I've been holding out for it hardcore at Chris's expense now. But it's not like I'm not really a heavyweight on you. I'm not.
No.
Yeah, not really. I mean, I ate like a pack of your noodles last night and some oats.
No, you just go to the fridge every 10 seconds and open it up as if something new is going to be there.
Yeah. It's like,
you want the Thousand
Picard
Island
say?
sauce?
Yeah. I've done that in my life when I was young in Calgary. I moved away from home right after my 18th birthday.
You ever see that reel where the guy's like, what are you doing? He's like, I'm making a bread sandwich. He's got bread in between the bread.
My old best friend, who later became my sister-in-law, who later became not anything because she separated from my brother. But one time I was talking to her on the phone, and she just heard like a wet fart sound. She's like, "What are you doing?" And I'm like, "I'm eating dinner." She's like, "What?" And I'm like, "What are you eating?" Ketchup. I'm moving on to the mustard next. I like mix it all up, and if I'm really lucky and I'm really feeling like extra, glamorous, I'll throw in a little bit of relish. Just
How
like,
old were you?
I just turned 18, living in the West Coast. I worked at IKEA.
You're a grown man eating ketchup and mustard.
No, it's because I worked at IKEA and I transferred. I found a hack at IKEA where I worked at IKEA for like 7 years in Ontario, in Burlington, Ontario, Canada. But if you transfer departments, you get paid a raise every time you switch. So I was working in the restaurant in IKEA, making just under what my manager was in IKEA. And then I asked to switch to Calgary because I wanted to check out Calgary. And then I had to wait like for my paycheck there. And I spent all my money on furniture and getting settled in. And then I was broke. And, that was when my binging alcoholic period started because their winters are brutal. And I lived where all the Mozzies are.
Speaking of muzzies,
it was like John the Revelator music video. What?
You hear the call to prayer? What time is it?
Oh, it's happening
3 o'clock.
Yeah, they do it every noon, 3, and then they did it this morning too.
I don't think it'll come through on the mics though. So
no, I wouldn't. That's another thing too. The Mozzies here are very different. They're not like back home where they're like if you are, because like I don't know if people like no one's gonna watch every episode we do. I'll just say this real quick. If you are concerned about the Mozzie situation, I can honestly tell you, just don't be haram. Just don't be a degenerate. But I've never had an aggressive moment with a Mozzie, never once, in Philippines. Thailand I have, and I was only there for 6 years, but. In my Thailand experience, I had a couple run-ins where they were just very aggressive, scary. Throwing axe. Hit an 8.
Throwing axe.
I think I told you this story on a previous stream that's no longer up. I'll save that for another day.
Okay.
But yeah, the ones here, though, they're very well integrated. Not all the women wear head coverings either. But anyway.
Was it you I was talking to about the Muslims that work in the night market?
I don't know.
I think they're not Bajau. Maybe they're Maguindanao. There's some tribe that they come from out of town, and most of them are Muslim. But I was walking by one night, and this lady I'm friends with, we were walking through. She's like, "Oh, Chris, isn't she so beautiful?" And I look, and it's a girl with the head covering, but she didn't have the mask on. I'm like, yeah, she's beautiful, I guess. Like, I didn't want to say anything because I'm not supposed to even look. She's like, "No, it's okay. You can look," because if they wear the face mask where they're
married
ninja, those are the married ones.
Okay, letterbox.
And I was like, well, even if I'm allowed to look like window shopping, I can't date the girl or marry her. And she's like, well, you could either convert.
My friend did.
You can convert, or maybe you can convince her to leave the family. And I'm like, I don't want to do.
You don't do that, no, because then actually that gets into the other passport bro mistake.
I would like to, it is kind of a dream of mine to have a girl who would be willing to cover her face only out of respect, but just the fact that she's willing to would be enough.
Yeah,
I wouldn't make her actually walk around in that, but
yeah.
But I had this conversation with one of my exes, and she was like, if you want me to wear that, I will. And I was like, no, that's ridiculous. But then later I was like, you know what? Instead of wearing like you're going out to the club every night and we're just like walking around the market buying vegetables, I'd rather see you in the head covering.
No.
Oh, no.
I think the modern equivalent of that is just not having socials.
Or just not
the
dating
Western
a girl
equivalent.
that has to get attention everywhere.
Yeah. Not having like a public social at the very least, and only family, like in respects that stuff, like, which is very possible to find. Like every girl I've ever dated,
everywhere we went though, she had to dress like she was going to a club. We went to the river in the province to go swimming. She's wearing like mini skirt dress with. I was like, how are you going to swim in that? Oh, I just like it. It's my fashion. I'm like, okay, I should start dating a Muslim next.
Yeah. Like the very first girl, and I don't have any, they're in because I used to call this podcast Philo Republic. The very original episodes I did, my producer co-host was my girlfriend at the time. Gorgeous. She's the only video I have on TikTok right now. On the Asia-based TikTok account, everyone's gonna go there. She's a lovely lady, but she would overdress to the point where like some of my friends would be like, are you paying her? And when I would go to the bathroom,
she would tell me like 2 guys walked up to me individually and asked me how much. And I'm like, I told you, you know, you want to wear this long flowing gown. She looked classy, but we were at a bar. So like like it's like contextually, you know,
Wrong environment.
yeah. It's like, I mean, like you don't even wear that to like most things anyway. Like I took off all my jewelry. I don't wear jewelry anymore in Asia. And it's just like, you're just looking for the wrong kind of attention, and that's why you're getting it. And, you know, like, and then we broke up, but like, yeah, it's, you know, like you gotta be careful with that. But I think having a girl that doesn't, you know, shake her booty on TikTok is probably the Western equivalent of the letterbox. You know, it's as good as it gets, you know, for us.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you went out last night.
I did go out.
Yeah. How was that?
Well, first I went to a wake.
Oh, he needs some milk.
You had to have some milk last night.
That was inappropriate.
Yeah.
I went to a wake for my friend's father who died. And
I forgot about that part.
So like I got up and walked around a little bit just to like mingle and say hi to his neighbors and family. And all these people are staring at me, giving me the stare, because it was kind of deep in Sandawa or somewhere. It was like a place where they wouldn't expect to see white guys hanging out. So these girls were like saying hi to me, and I was like, I need to get back to my friends, because they were like, oh, you single? And I'm like, well, yeah, I'm single, but you look like you're 14, so why are we talking? And, oh, she's not 14, she's 19.
No, wait, maybe that's more like.
So
Yeah.
after the wake, though, we drank like an entire bottle of Fundador, 1.5 liter, between me and a couple of friends. And then they're like, okay, well, it's the end of the night. Let's get out of here and go home. And on the way home, my buddy is like, well, you want to keep drinking a little more? Let's keep drinking. Let's go to this place. And so we went.
Say the name of the place.
It's called Bat Club.
Yeah, but it's BVT.
Yeah,
it's the upside down.
Upside down A looks like it's a V.
Yeah.
Like,
Did you do like the Trump 2 cock in your hands dance?
no, but my friends that I was there with, they're vloggers, so they already had some people recognize them. They start getting invites to join other people at their tables, and they're like, hey, friend, come over. And then they're like, this girl comes up to me, hey, let's go have fun, let's dance, and grabs my arm, drags me to the dance floor. I'm like, okay, we'll do this now. My knee is fucking pounding. It hurts from my accident. And I'm just like, I want to get off the floor. But I ended up having fun. And I wasn't just sitting there criticizing the music in my mind, being a wallflower. I was like dancing to Dancing Queen and all the songs I hate. Even she had them apple bottom jeans. So like I ended up trading contact info with 3 other girls that I think 2 of them probably have boyfriends.
Yeah.
And that's typical.
And they still
it reinforces in my mind, you have to be very, very, very selective here, and don't pick a girl from the bar unless like she's only there like, hey, my coworkers invited me out. I never go to these places, but that could still be a lie.
Yeah. So out of all the numbers you got, so first, how many numbers did you get? And then the second question to follow it up is, how many of them do you suspect had a boyfriend?
I think 4 girls, but it wasn't under the, it wasn't all like, oh, I want to hook up with you. It was more like, oh, I had fun. You guys are cool. Let's hang out.
Well, women are marketers and men are salesmen. So, it's like, they're marketing.
Yeah. So I think 2 of the 4 have boyfriends.
Yeah.
And then
what happened with the messages that you got from
the one where I thought it was the boyfriend?
Yeah.
That wasn't from Bat Club. That was
No, I know, but that happened as well. So
yeah, in the same 24-hour span, I'm getting messages from this girl. I had sent her a happy birthday thing, and it was a few weeks ago. So I start getting messages from a fresh account that I've never seen before. It's probably like from your suggested, you may know this person. So I always ask, hey, have we met here before, or was it a random? And she's like, oh, I just saw you in my feed and sent you a friend request. So this is like 2 weeks ago. The conversation's just been a couple messages every other day, just random bullshit. And so last night, though, she texts, and how did it start? She said that I wished her a happy birthday before. And I'm like, wait, no, I don't remember that. I don't know what you're talking about. And she said, well, this is my second account. I'm using it so my boyfriend won't see it. I was like, what? And she goes, do you have a wife? And I said, wala asawa, which means no wife. And I said, bawal, because I was saying bawal meaning that's prohibited. Like that's a no-no, that don't do that shit. Like it's not allowed, because I was responding to where she says, this is my second account, so my boyfriend won't see it. But then she thought I said bawal to the other thing. Oh, it's prohibited for you to have a wife? Ha, 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 ha. And I'm like, no, it's like me telling you, stop talking to me if you have a fucking boyfriend. Excuse my language, Mom, if you're going to watch this later.
She's never going to watch this far.
But, yeah, so at that point, she sends me pictures because I said, I don't remember who you are. I didn't wish anybody a happy birthday. And then the pictures she sends, I recognize the t-shirt because it had like some branding for being a brand ambassadress for this alcohol company.
Yeah.
And I was like, wait, which scroll one? Through my brain.
Which one? Which alcohol company?
I think it was Tandwai.
Okay.
I could be wrong. I'll have to go check again. But I went back and double checked on the other girl's pictures to see if the pictures she sent me was the same face, and it was. So I said, is this Jennifer? And she was like, yeah. And I was like, I don't think it is. So then I woke up and I was like, I don't think it's her. I think it's her boyfriend texting me to find out if there's anything going on. So I just randomly wrote, bro, don't worry, your girl is loyal. There's nothing going on. And then she writes back, haha, you think that this is my boyfriend? If it was my boyfriend texting you, then why would I send you pictures of myself? I'm like, well, obviously to keep up the illusion that he is you as a test to see what's going on.
Just get her to draw like the date and time on her forehead and take a picture of it.
Well, I said,
or FaceTime.
She was responding immediately. So I was like, okay, I see her typing right now. I just sent video call me for 5 seconds.
Yeah.
Question mark. And then I got the response you would expect.
I can't.
I have no load right now.
Oh, that's
the boyfriend, right?
That's also possibly the whole reason why she contacted you in the first place, because she was just in it. She was in it for. It took way too long to get to that. I got to be a little quicker on the fly.
Because she wants to
she was
seduce me and then ask me for a loan.
Because they're, even if they're nice to you, even if they genuinely want to be your friend, there is still that element.
Wouldn't even call her a friend. I would call her an acquaintance. But we had, my business partner and I had met her, and we had talked to her about possibly coming on and doing some work on a project with us. Yeah. So that's the only reason I had traded contact with her last year. But we never talk. We never hang out. Because I know that she has a boyfriend also, and then that project, we didn't need her for it. So
how common do you think it is when guys do that?
When guys
get jealous,
get on a fake account and pretend to be the girl, and
when the girl's talking to a foreigner and he's probably paranoid, or whatever thoughts go through a man's head when someone of a race that's known for being larger than they are.
I don't know. I think it's common for people to have a dummy account and hide who they are and try and get information. Like I told you, that happened with my ex when we broke up. I got like a friend request from some new girl a few days later.
Yeah.
And she's like, oh, you're handsome. We should hang out. I'm visiting from Jensen.
I think all that shit is so tiresome.
And then I actually chatted with her a little while and decided, okay, I'll meet up with you and we can hang out and maybe we'll go to this place. But the places she named that she wanted to go was like the places that I'd already been with my ex, and I'm like, wait, I don't think this is probably her.
Yeah.
So I showed up. She sent me a map pin, and I waited like 30 minutes. I'm texting, are you coming out or what? Because I'm going to leave. Yeah. She's like, oh, I'm almost there. And then she sends me another map pin, but it's like a mile away. And I'm like, what the hell just happened? Am I in the wrong place? That's why she didn't come out. So I ride my bike to the other place. And then she sends me another map pin. It's back at the first place. I'm like, you are starting to get on my nerves. But I went back to the first place. She finally comes out and I hear, "Hey, babe." And I turn around and it's my ex there. And I was like, oh, why did you do this? You made me ride all the way out here. I should have just left after like the first 5 minutes of waiting.
Well, I mean, didn't you already get a vibe? Because that's probably the type of behavior your girl.
Yeah, at the time though, like we had
you were
really
still
closed
off and
the door,
on,
and I still kind of wanted to see. I wanted proof that it was her.
See if she was thirsty.
But as soon as I saw that it was her, I told her this isn't happening. I blocked her dummy account and then I took off.
Yeah.
So I didn't see her again for like another 2 weeks.
Is that when you came down and bought me empanadas in person and drove your bike 7 hours to Cagayan where I was?
No, this happened like around Christmas.
Oh, okay.
We've been dragging out the end for like
yeah, well, I know. Even against my fucking, you know. But we're going to use Steve-O's chat as a segue. He says, Facebook dating sucks. And I agree. As I always say, I think the only time I ever used an app in Southeast Asia was in Thailand. When I first arrived in Chiang Mai, I used Tinder before Tinder became like a total hellscape. I'm 6'4", blonde-haired, blue-eyed. You know, I had all my teeth then. So it was like shooting fish in a barrel.
I would throw in with the inoculation theory, though, if you're already going out and people recognize you around town because they've seen you.
That's my 3-month rule. Yeah,
like,
3-month rule. Like
in that case, Facebook dating is great because if they match with you, they've already seen you around and they're like, oh, he's cool. And, I've seen him
and
before.
You've made friends in that 3 months. Like for me, it's like whenever I meet a guy that comes here, they're fresh off the boat from the West or whatever. And they're like, dude, like I got contacted a little while ago by a guy named Josh, and he dropped me a super again. I don't think he's watching now, but yeah, like he was asking, like, so like it's harder here. He's like, I do well in Colombia, but it's harder here, you know, to pick up. And I'm just wondering like what I'm doing wrong. And I'm like, man, you know, like the 3-month rule reigns supreme. Like you have to stick to like find out the places you want to go. So that could take a month. Then after you find those places, you have to have a schedule where you're in the same place generally at the same time of the week. I mean, even when you do your laundry, you know, like
you become a regular and
like every morning you go to the same cafe for coffee and you want to be a creature of habit. And then that's when you become approachable. And then it becomes like shooting fish in a barrel. I actually met a girl on Facebook a year ago. She had a huge house. Her ex-husband who passed was rich. I was at her house with her and her daughter for a month. That's all right. That's sweet. You were riding that.
And Steve says before that, if she scratches up your nonstick pan with a metal spatula, throw the whole bee away.
That's a good point.
Funny to me because that actually happened with one of our mutual friends and his girlfriend. Let's call her for just anonymity.
Yeah.
Let's call her Maria.
Oh, okay.
And he would always say, don't scratch at my pan. Don't use a metal fork. Don't. And she always does it. And then,
it does explain a lot.
And that same person I ended up seeing on one of the dating apps.
Oh. Does that person swallow toothpaste too?
I don't know.
Fluoride. I'm just like, did they get all of the things? All of the slop?
But I saw her on this dating app while I was single and she wasn't. So I immediately take a screenshot of the video. I send it to him like, hey, I'm not sure, but if it was situation reversed, I would want my friend to tell me, I think this is her.
Yeah.
And then
whenever I see a Filipina or just a Western girl trying to trad wife on like reels, you know, like they'll have like, I'm cooking for my man, you know, and it's like, you know, from her previous ones that she ain't got no man, you know, she's a cat lady, but they'll be doing it. But I always look at the pan. I always look at the pan to see this, like the scratches in the Teflon. And then I'm like, nah, you ain't trad enough for me, lady. You know, like I don't want none of that. Like, what was that movie with the guy I hate, Mark Ruffalo? He like did a movie about it. It was like Black Water or something like that. Like it's just about Teflon, how evil it is. And it's a forever chemical and it'll kill you. And it killed and wiped out. Anyway.
You and your chemicals.
Dude, man, some chemicals are fun and some will slowly unalive you. There are two different types of people in the world. People who scratch up non-stick pans and those who don't.
And what was funny about that girl after I caught her on the dating app while she's living with my friend, all expenses paid for like the last year.
Yeah.
And I tell him, then she tells one of our mutual friends, Chris ruined my relationship. And I'm like, fuck you, bitch. You ruined it yourself.
The accountability. It's always a problem, you know?
You always see it. Like I've got these Reddit posts I want to react to when we start doing the Hobo and Quest show, like the proper show. And that's why this is called Not the Show. But yeah, someone was like, you know, like, I only cheated one time and now he acts like I'm not alive anymore. And like I thought he loved me, you know, like, and it's just like, girl, man, what the fuck? You know, like, I don't even have I guess I just have this. Yeah. Or yeah, I have the fart. It's on another page. I got to put all the short ones on one.
Well, this sounds like a fart to me.
Yeah. It's kind of, to me, it's like doom.
It's a bass fart.
No, it's like when you're like, if you were told that you had a disease that'll never go away and it'll slowly end your life, that would be the sound I hear in my brain. Like it's impending doom. It's just a sheer, or when you're out at a bar and then you turn around and you see in a far booth, you see your wife of 7 years having a drink with a guy laughing with her arm. You just feel like black pill, just doom. You know, like I feel that every day on Instagram, whether the sound is there or not. And I think that's why that sound became so popular. But yeah, so I don't know, man. I don't use apps. I want to talk a little bit about my strategy, what I would do in Palawan. I mean, I had side little hole in the wall.
Oh shit!
We'll wrap it in 5 minutes. Or should I say, I'll save it for later.
No, that's not my...
That's the other alarm from the other day.
That's my daily alarm to wake up and get on the bike and go unlock the door for the staff.
Do you have to do that now? No.
No, Tonight is a virtual night.
Okay. So my strategy in Palawan was, yes, to have the sidebars where, you know, the girls who work at the bar are extra friendly with the clientele. And you don't have to pay anything. They usually live in like a really shacky boarding house type place, and they'd rather sleep in a foreigner's lovely aircon bed.
KTV girls?
Not a KTV girl, just literally like a little shitty bar, and you wonder how it stays afloat. You know, like, and I'm sure that those girls might get money from other guys, but I'm a local, so I don't do that. I just say, hey, you know, you want to get D'd down properly tonight? Yeah, okay. And then I always, like, on the side, I've told you the story how there's another YouTuber I know who would also go to that bar, and he didn't know I was a YouTuber. Like, he doesn't know that I was like starting out, and he was there and we were talking. He's like talking about how great this one girl is that he's kind of seeing and stuff like that. And then the girl behind the bar is, which one are you thinking?
Nothing. I'm just...
Oh, okay. No one's going to know what that is. I mean, like, are you a mime? You know,
I just keep thinking of Will Ferrell and
what do I do with
Talladega Nights?
Yeah. Like I was telling him before, like if he keeps making these dad jokes, like someone's like a man is going to walk up to you one day at the bar and they'll just recognize you and they'll just be like, they'll just do that. They won't say a word.
Be my greeting.
Yeah. Just
like Thor has the nganga.
Yeah. No, I don't know that, but okay.
It's his other thing besides Waila miang kinabuhi ko lai carne.
Yeah.
But nganga is just, it means like open your mouth, like be strong, like
okay.
It's kind of like say it from your chest, but it's just nganga.
Yeah, he always sounds like a rusty wheel well.
I don't know. His voice sounds like
it's just abrasive. Like his voice is very abrasive. Like it's like Cheech Marin. Hey.
But what he lacks in softness and smoothness, he makes up for with just over the top energy.
Yeah, he's got energy. Well, I mean, he was publicly outed himself as a shabhead, right?
No, that's a joke.
Okay.
Like when he does the foil pipes and it's like as big as a baseball bat.
Yeah, and his musical career is all about that type of thing too. So that's just a persona. Because I know that Cheech Marin still at least partook. We'll move on.
I don't know what I'm allowed to say.
No, yeah. We'll just move on from that. But we will probably eventually have like...
Let me just say this.
Reels with him in it.
In my life in America, where it's legal, I don't consider anything that grows in the earth to be a drug. Okay. So...
Yeah, fair enough.
I think he would have the same philosophy.
As a Dutch blood and a Canadian, I feel the same way.
But the quality over here... If I had seen it before, which I haven't, but
purely hypothetical. Purely hypothetical looks
no
like it's
good. It's nothing to write home about.
Full of seeds,
it's like,
and it's brown.
I'd rather just drink beer. No thanks.
And it smells like fertilizer. But anyway, yeah. So aside from that, so the YouTuber. So we was talking to this girl all night, and then there was a girl that I was banging behind the bar. And, at the end of the night, she just walks up to us because we're sitting beside each other. She's like, all right, we're going to go now? And he's like, yeah, I'll just pay my bill. And then she's like, no, Michael. And he looked at me because I was just like quiet stealth the whole time, listening to him the whole time. And then at the end of the night, I mean, that's not really a win, though. That's not really a win. If she's like that, that's not a win. But for me, because of my past, I'm never looking like, I actually prefer girls like that now. Whereas you're looking for love, I'm still looking for just like serve the purpose. Maybe in the morning you can also cook me something to eat, and I'll spoil you with a little something once in a while. But I never pay. I'm just like I'm not a pay pig like a lot of these pensioners are. But yeah, like that's one thing that was just funny. But my strategy was always go to the bar where the foreigners go. Palawan has a big military presence. So, I would have a rotation, and I know that, when the military is in town, some of my rotation, I'm sharing them. But, yeah, basically I would go and hang out at the end of the bar along the path to the CR, but like not close enough you can smell it. And I would just like look around the bar and look for the girls that are like, they're putting it into the world that they want a boyfriend because they're on a date, and maybe it's a first date and it's not going well because the guy looks drunk, as foreigners usually do, or they're with a foreigner that might be a tourist or whatever. And then like there's always like one or two that I'll identify, sometimes 3, 4, 5, but I'll always pick 2 favorites. And then the first one to like make a beeline for the door when the guy goes to the bathroom for like the 80th time because he's drunk, I'll just offer them a ride. So I don't have to buy them drinks all night. I don't have to talk to them all night. And then I just offer them a ride. They'll either because I always live near where I go. So I'll be like, I just want to stop by here for a minute. And then, something might happen. Or they'll say, no, I really want to go home. And then we'll chat on Facebook for like half an hour to an hour after the fact. And then they'll end up saying, pick me up. And then, that's how I met my last 2 girlfriends that were like actually good relationships. One was 9 months. The one that was in that TikTok video I mentioned. And then the other one was 6 months. And then the other one was just like a really good friend. Like you always need one of us, one of them. Like if you're a foreigner and you come here, you always need a friend with benefits that's going to help you like not get ripped off on
Totally agree, except you don't need the benefits.
You don't need to, no.
Like... It is good to have a girl wingman, though. Yeah. Same kind of role, but
yeah, occasionally I like to take it.
What? Yeah, like we talked yesterday, not just social proof, but also competition anxiety.
Yeah. Because it boosts your real estate value. Like that's just how I oversimplify it. When you have a side, like, or not even a side piece, but just like somebody, that like is kind of like your, like she cares about you. And, I think Filipinas are very loving and very caring that way.
Talk down to you like a mother if you spend too much on a trike ride.
Yeah, they won't let you like make those mistakes.
No, not 100 pesos. You just give him 50 pesos.
Or if you're throwing your money around, no, like they won't let you. Yeah, like a friend like that, or a friend that'll like work out the price on your apartment rent before you move in, or the one that'll negotiate the cleaning lady, And because Maratas network, I call it the peso net. They all know each other. So if you're going to get a cleaning lady or whatever, it's just good to make friends. I mean, yeah, like actually I'd go as far as to agree completely with Chris. You should actually make a friend with a girl where there might be a little bit of tension there, sexual tension, but you don't actually hit it because you need them, and then you're there for her support too. Having a little bit of female energy around when you're not hitting it is, like I'm not opposed to it. But I'm a little bit more of a degenerate in some ways. You're no choir boy, though. I know that about you. So, like, we're probably on the same level with a lot of our shit.
Me or Steve? That fits for Steve, too, because he said drug is anything that alters your state of mind. I agree. However, I don't think that cannabis is the same level of mind-altering as some of the harder stuff.
Yeah, I agree. If it grows in the dirt.
And I understand why shabu is illegal in the Philippines. I don't understand why cannabis is illegal. If it has medicinal properties, it doesn't have anything physically addictive.
Maybe that's why small pee-pee is such a problem in the Philippines, because that shabu, man, you hit that once and you got small pee-pee for like a week.
But like
hypothetically speaking,
I had to look up what the rugby is because you hear the term rugby boys.
Glue huffing.
Yeah. And I thought, why would anyone ever do that? And it's not necessarily to get high, but it's another appetite killer. So if they're poor, they're bored, they're looking for something to do, not only does it get them a little buzz in their head, but also it makes them so they're not hungry. And I think that could be where the real addiction is. And same with Shabu. Like, I don't think you get hungry when you're on it. I don't know, but
No, you don't. You don't. I lived in Thailand for a while.
If it's like meth, not even once, it will keep you from wanting to eat.
If you want to know my Shab story, it took place in Thailand, so I can talk about it here in the Philippines.
I think you should save that for a different day.
Well, actually, it's already the main video on the wall. If you go to my profile, the one with Jin,
you talk about that.
That's it. If I didn't do it that one night, it's my tea story as well. It's my
let's skip that.
No, we will. I am going to skip it. I am going to skip it. But if you go to the video on the wall, you've got the one with me and Jindu. He was going to be the co-host, and I tell the story. But if that night didn't happen, my sons wouldn't be alive and born right now. So it's But just to wrap up my little strategy, I sit on the corner of the bar. I wait for the ladies to be properly fed drinks from another dude, and I wait for the the beta. Do I even have it? No, I don't know. I'm behind. I'll just do that.
Beta!
Oh, I did have it. Okay. I look for the guys there that are just like dropping fouls left, right, and center. The guys that like, what are you doing, bro? Like, it's shameful. Like what I have seen at foreigner bars, like where the guys strike out so hard and they're completely oblivious because they come here with that mindset like, oh, they love white guys. But it's like, no, bro. Especially not.
So how are they striking out that you're watching and it's so obvious?
They just think like they got main character syndrome. Like I think that's probably the main thing where they think they're God's gift to the women in the bar, but the women have all been like ran through at those type of bars. So I mean, usually, not all the time. Like,
so if
she's at the bar, like, she's ran through, but if she's at a table,
and he's all touchy feely, but she's kind of language is
because I'm super able to read body language. So like I just
might be looking around and lock eyes with you like he's not with me.
Yeah, and then there was that other time too. I met there was two girls at a table, and the one that I really wanted, super spicy girl. She was there with her refrigerator, So, and then she was there with a pretty fit looking guy that I've seen at the gym, but he's a little bit older than me. And this girl was one of the younger girls on the spectrum that I've had relations with. She was 19. And she was ignoring me the whole night because she was with that guy. So I walk over to the table and I introduce myself to everybody, and I kind of get the cold shoulder from the pretty one, and then the refrigerator obese one was like very nice to me. I was like, oh, okay, that's a change. And then I go to shake the hand of the man, and he's like, hi, I'm French.
That's his name? Or?
No, he's French. So I was like, oh, okay, I gotta fuck with this guy. Like, most of my friends in Palawan are French.
Who says that though? Hi, I'm French.
Yeah, and he did it like it reminded me of, what is it, Tribe? Luciano.
No idea what you're talking about.
There's a Tribe Called Quest like Luciano, and then like the chorus, it was like, I'm French, I'm so French. Louis, can't you see? Like, it's not. I did the wrong beat.
Biggie.
No, it's not that one, but it's like
Louis.
No.
Oh, baby, come on,
I think it's Luciano, the French guy. It's like an old Tribe song. But anyway, I can't play it now. So I right away talked to the larger girl, and I asked her, I'm like I ask everybody at the table to make it very clear what my intentions are perceived. And I say, do you mind if I take your friend away and buy her a drink? So I take away the large one, and we're hanging out at the bar for about 20 minutes. And then the hot one I wanted kept like scowling, right? Because at the time I was ripped. Like, this is also the same era where those two girls walked up to me, started feeling me up, and like held my junk in the bathroom. So like, that's another story. We're not gonna have time for that one today. But her name was Trash. But so I'm there, and then finally after 20 minutes, we had a really nice conversation. She was very polite, and she's like, "So you're just doing this because you want to get with my friend?" And I'm like, "Yeah." Just like all cards were on the table, and then she looks at me and she's like, well, if you do, I still need a place to crash. And I'm like, so you've done this before?
A place to crash?
Yeah, because
he was homeless.
No, they were just a joint package. They came from way out of the town. So if I took home the friend, it was a twofer, as Canadians say. It's a twofer. So
yeah. So it like, and I'm like, oh, you've done this before. And she's like, yeah. And I'm like, well, that's my kind of lady. All right. So
You
then,
brought them both back to your pad?
in the end. Yeah. And then like,
Did she stay on the couch?
yeah. That's not the time I had to, yeah. So many.
The time? There's
Yeah,
only
well,
one?
Yeah. Yeah. We'll just leave it there. But, yeah. So, yeah, like that's kind of the strategy. So in the end, the pretty girl kind of like started to get curious, and then finally the pretty girl came, and the refrigerator went back to the table, and then I talked to the pretty girl for a while, and I told her the terms for the night. I'm like, I like you. You know, your friend said a lot of nice stuff about you. What are you doing? You like that guy over there? Well, yeah. So then I just confidently, without even asking if she wanted to come over, I walk up, I shake the guy's hand again, and I'm like, well, it was nice to meet you. Hope you have a good night. Ladies, you ready to go? And then we left.
Nice.
So like, I'm that asshole, you know, and it's not like I'm that asshole. Like, I mean, I don't want to like get in a fight. I teach people lessons, you know, like I've also had to watch girls in my rotation, you know, like, I'm talking to one girl and she's like, yeah, I had a Tinder, but I don't know if he's weird or not. And then these two guys, they're like U.S. military, like they're special ops. Like these guys were like top of the top. That was actually when I started to work out that night. I was so mad. It was like the How I Met Your Mother, you know, Neil Patrick Harris's Barney's story of how it suit up, you know, like how that started. If anybody knows it, when he cuts his hair off and he becomes Barney Stinson, you know, like that was my night of reckoning. And I got pretty big after that, and then she's like, oh, he's not weird, you know. And then she was sitting with me at the table because I was going to hit it that night, and then she's like, Mike, I'm going to go for it. I'm like, all right, have fun, you know, whatever. I ended up getting laid that night, but it still pissed me off, right? So after that, I made sure it just never happened again. It took about 3-4 months, but man, when you're in a military town, sometimes you are going to get bested by somebody else, and you have to do it with, you know, a semblance of dignity, and you can't be a dick about it or get upset. I was like a little flabbergasted though, because it had never happened to me before, because I thought I was hot shit, you know, like I'd been in the bar. I knew everybody at the bar. I was like Mr. Good Times, you know, and then that happened with just a stranger just rolls in and fucking dark, you know, like just raw, and just like takes like one of my favorite rotation girls, you know, and I was just like kind of pissed off. Turned out, you know, he wasn't all that in a bag of chips, you know, and she came to me the next morning, sloppies, you know, she's like, you know, I just got to finish, man. But anyway, yeah, I didn't need that. I should probably clip that out, but I won't. But yeah, you know,
I'll clip it.
Yeah.
You mean cut it out, but
Yeah,
I'm gonna put it on my channel.
No, you can't. We won't be clipping that off. But I've never clipped an episode before. But since we are leaving these up, but I'm gonna leave that one there. I think that's it even shows you my hurt ego that I had to throw that point in. You know, a little bit of still a little bit butthurt about it, especially given how gangly I'm starting over again. But the fact that I had to say that she came the next day shows that it's still in my head. It's still rattling around. So like, that's one thing, like Chris invites me out a lot to things. He wanted to help me get out there and go do some networking for his bar. He's had a couple fun nights where he goes out to like nice places and he's like, you should come. And I've just been hiding out in his place. Like last night, I think I watched 2 different series on Netflix. And then I watched that movie for Luther Idris. The bad guys are always white, which I'm not even going to get into. It's really annoying and so apparent, but like really like depraved bad guys, like the worst of the worst are always white, but which is like British typical bullshit. But anyway, you know, like I'm not going anywhere. I'm not going out. I'm not doing anything because I am literally ashamed of, I got no money. I got no muscles. I got my charisma. But it's like, I look.
No, you don't.
Oh, shut the. I'm missing a fucking tooth because like one of my crowns popped out a couple months back, and I'm just like not feeling it. So I'm hiding out, and I won't let the world see me this way, except for the show, because like, you know, not the show must go on. But we're getting a little bit more chatty here with Steve-O in the chat.
Yeah, but you get one beer in you, and then you forget all that, and then.
No, I know, and I'm always like super confident. You know, like, and I got no problem, but I still wouldn't, because I just don't feel good. Like, I don't feel good. Like, I've been malnourished now for so long. Like, after we made that chili for, you know, we're eating chili every day for a week, aside from what it did to the, like, the toxicity level of the air in your apartment when you're not around. It made me feel like so good. I felt like more energy. Because I was getting all my food groups, right?
That wasn't a week. That was like 2 days.
It was like 4 days we had that. Because we made 2. I made the second one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I got like 2 bowls. Maybe.
No, you got a little bit more than that. I made sure I saved you some. I saved you.
Yeah, you saved me a little bowl.
Shut the fuck up. Well, yeah, man. Again, I think... why don't I say I don't have it ready?
You understand how hard it was to find kidney beans? That's the first time I found them in over a year.
Those weren't kidney beans. Those were something else.
There were kidney beans in the pre-mixed Brooks chili.
Okay. Yeah. You got to get the Tesco kidney beans. You can buy them at S&R. You can buy them at S&M.
I've looked at these stores so many times.
And
I finally found it at the Azuela Cove, only place in Davao.
You get them at the shitty ones, like the shitty grocery stores that are like super small and smell
there
like
too.
mold.
I've looked everywhere.
Do you guys have NCCC?
Yeah, they didn't have them.
They always do. They have like off-brand ones, but there's Tesco brand and then there's off-brand ones. I never had a problem in Palawan.
It was so difficult to find them. I almost bought them off of Shopee.
I will do that once in a while.
But they're overpriced as fuck.
Well, everything is now. That's the thing. It's like inflation. I'm looking at stuff now and I'm like, it's double, triple. Like I bought about 100 to 200 cans of kidney beans in 2020 because I knew, there's a pandemic.
I did the same.
It's going to be followed by a world war and an economic collapse and shipments might not come in for a while. So I bought 200 cans of liver pate or 1 or 2, I forget. A lot. I actually rented an additional room to make a pantry where I was living before we moved into my 3-bedroom house. And liver pate, kidney beans, DAC, Spam, like their version of Spam, and which I actually ended up getting used to eating Spam, but olives, like I just stocked up on a lot of shit. But I'll check the chat.
Yeah, I wouldn't really be pissed at any dude for swooping on a girl I have only known for a few days. Like even if I was in a serious relationship and that happened, maybe I would be upset at the dude, not the girl though.
No, that's where me and Chris would greatly disagree.
I think, it's the guy's job biologically to try and spread his seed, and he's not doing anything wrong by approaching your girl. She's the one that should shut it down.
Yeah.
But if it's somebody that knows me, then I'm like, fuck you.
Yeah.
Fuck you, dude.
Yeah. And you and I have never had that problem. We had one girl that did kind of just add me on Facebook, and I right away told you, and I didn't add them.
Who was that?
I'm not going to say who that was. It was someone that you were very attached to.
Doesn't ring a bell.
Oh, no? Are you serious?
Yeah. Like
Rose.
Who's that?
Exactly. It was like when I first met you. We hadn't met in person yet.
Oh, that was probably one of the girls I was dating before.
Yeah, a long time ago.
Yeah, I forgot all about that one.
Yeah, if you want, I can clip that too if you want. But maybe
just cut out the part that says if you want, I can clip that, so it doesn't look like we planned it.
No, I'll like it'll just be like, and then it'll be I'll leave in that part. So like it's a bad clip. You just go like 1 second we're like this, and the next second we're like this, and we're like the conversation doesn't make sense, and then it says, oh, and if you want, I'll clip that. So then they'll know that I clipped something there, but they won't know what it was. I thought
you meant clip, like put it in a short, and then let's put that on.
When I say clip, I mean that I can remove parts. Like the only thing I might remove is the one part about the name of that establishment.
So let's call that cutting. And then clipping will be clipping it and putting it on as a short.
You're right. Yeah. I haven't eaten yet today, so, I'm all... I wish I had like violin music. No, there's going to be some... Yeah, it's like violin music. Oh, I guess I could just do... I don't know. Doesn't work though. But yeah, man, I think we're going to wrap it up slowly. We're going to wind it down now.
Deuces.
Yeah. Oh. That was actually a good...
You hear that?
Yeah, I do. It's the spring.
I wonder if it's going to show up in the...
Oh, it will. Yeah. It's going to show up.
That was cool.
That is actually kind of cool. You could use that as a thing. But then you got to hold the spring afterwards so it doesn't like last 5 minutes where it drives people crazy. But yeah, man. Yeah, see, Stebo says too, the girl, not the dude. It's always the girl's fault. Like, and I think it is like nature. Yeah, the hands.
He hates it. That's why I love it so much.
No, I wanted, anyway. But yeah, like I honestly think that like when I was younger, I would be mad at the guy because you're just an idiot. You put that like blanket around your love and she can do no wrong. And if that bad man didn't come around, I would still have my girl.
Also,
when you're young, right?
When Clav did it on Valentine's Day to some fan,
I didn't like that.
That was not classy.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't. But I told you that there was a clip from the day before. That guy was orbiting Clav, and he was asking for it. I didn't know that, but if you do watch that one standalone, you can just see his soul leave his eyes. But he was being annoying to Clav and calling Clav names the day before. So when you put those two things together, he got what he fucking deserved, in my opinion. But I think I didn't see the clip from the day before when we first talked about it. Like I don't know how long ago, like 9 months ago. But yeah, so I think I might have shown you that clip.
February.
And Sneeko, and it was Sneeko, like
less than 5.
Sneeko is America's favorite Filipino. He's Filipino, eh?
He's part. I think he's part Filipino and part Puerto Rican.
Oh, okay, part pork chop.
I don't remember all the Sneeko lore because I started watching him in 2022.
Yeah, he kind of fell off. Yeah, I wasn't even. I don't really.
I was never into Tate until after Tate was already like canceled.
Yeah, like I was into the camp of like a little bit over the top. He's definitely over the top, but I'm glad he exists. You know, and I felt the same way about Sneeko. I don't see any purpose for people like Clav to exist. Like in that, like I think he's astroturfed. I think he's just fake. Like I think Kick is promoting him.
Yeah, Clav is like the same intelligence level as Big Brother.
He's carrying out all of the stuff that men hate about modern women. He's just doing all that thing. You know?
I don't see that. All I see is like him being in love with himself.
I think that if you take aspects of what he's doing, like he is up on the peptides, he's up on a lot of health stuff that I think is really beneficial. I've actually seen a couple of his clips where he talks about it and he's confirming stuff that I already knew. And I'm just like, I'm glad that information's out there. I mean, now I think China's going to start spiking the peptides with like mRNA or something, but that's like one of the conspiracy theory reels going around. But like, yeah, he's like, in those ways, I think he's beneficial, but he takes it to the level of just like complete vanity. There's this one reel I saw. This guy's wearing a mask and he's like, if your name is Corey, if you change your name to Corey, I'll give you a harem. Or he's like driving it like it's like an American Psycho kind of. Or what was that movie where Jake Gyllenhaal played a lawyer that would like chase ambulances? It just has a vibe like that, but it's a creepy guy in a mask named Corey. I don't know if anyone knows that one. I just came.
Gyllenhaal peaked with Bubble Boy, so everything after that was a disappointment. It was the best movie ever made.
He was, I mean,
dog poop. This is awesome.
I hate his face. That was a good song. But no,
this is growing up.
He was good in Donnie Darko. I think he peaked in Donnie Darko. Do you know
it was good?
Yeah, it was a good movie.
Yeah, it was nothing like Bubble Boy.
No,
but it wasn't. It was also okay.
Yeah. Shut up. Yeah, so I guess that kind of wraps it up. Yeah, today was fun. I had fun. Do you have any last thoughts for the show there, buddy?
Yeah, I wrote down some stuff. If you guys, we'll probably talk about this again, but if you want to learn the language, I've been planning on restarting my lessons. Some of my friends have been recommending some good Bisaya music to saturate my ears. And just last night, I was telling my friend on the way to the wake, he's like, hey, what kind of music do you listen to? So I played like Aurora Wave, Kindness, and it's like reggae mixed with metal. And he loved it. And he was like, oh, I know a guy that does this in the Philippines. His name is Franco Reyes. So if you guys feel like it, check out Franco Reyes if you like reggae and metal, because he does some rock stuff.
That's an interesting mix. I hate reggae, but I mean, I hate modern reggae. It's because of that fucking song, Why You Gotta Be So Cruel.
Rude.
I'm going to marry her anyway. Rude. Yeah, I fucking hate that song. And because of that, I hate all modern reggae. I hate all of it.
That's cheap. That's not.
It was such a horrible song, and like as a man, like I think I heard it when it was like I was in my late 30s, I don't know when that song came out.
Just don't listen to that song.
Yeah.
Listen to Dirty Heads. Listen to Pepper. Listen to The Movement. You could get into it.
Yeah.
I'm not going to say Revolution because
I just hate looking at white people pretend that they have that accent.
they don't
Like Sublime was cool because it was like kind of ska reggae.
they don't pretend they're Jamaican.
But they blip, blip, like fucking,
Oh.
like all that shit. Fuck off, bro.
Like
white.
that fucking
Don't we have enough
blogger.
things? Don't white people have nice things? Yeah, like don't white people have nice things that we can just be ourselves? We don't have to like emulate another culture that's in some ways like.
Well, a lot of the reggae bands that are out now, they're not so much reggae, not like roots reggae or dub, but they do like, I think they call it SoCal rock.
Yeah. They got. I know, like Sublime is kind of like in that, but I do think along racial lines, good music goes along the same lines as people that can do good architecture. I think those two things go hand in hand.
Yeah, Elvis was pretty good. Eminem's pretty good.
Eminem is good, but he still did it a little bit better in some ways. He kind of improved upon the genre. I mean, you listen to rap from the '80s. It's like even Will Smith.
Yeah.
You listen to it was
Run
all like
DMC.
super slow because they were thinking of the next word, and then you just got like Eminem like. Like I guess he just had more room in there, like for whatever. But he was and he wasn't even Jewish, so he's.
My name's Fred Flintstone, and I'm here to say,
Yeah.
I love Fruity Pebbles in a major way.
Yeah, like that's how it was back in the '80s. And I mean, sometimes it's fun, but even now, Eminem is just like giving me like a rap gape that it'll never go back to factory settings. And that whole era of rap was actually really good. But
Rap gape.
like DMX and 50 Cent. I didn't like 50 Cent growing up, but I highly respect the person he is today.
Yeah, same.
So that's why I like him now. Like for me, I have to like the people and I have to like the lyrics.
That's why I liked Trump in the beginning, because 50 Cent doesn't give a fuck.
Yeah.
But now we'll see how 50 Cent responds on like the whole Israel.
Yeah, you can say it. Who cares? Or you can just say Iran. It's like a placeholder. It's also tiresome. That's how I feel about all of it.
Don't want to talk about it every day, but
Yeah.
that's in my feed every day.
Yeah.
Depressing.
It's because it's a propaganda war too, man. Yeah, exactly. So, but anything else in your notes? That's it. You're good.
Yeah, if you want to impress a girl and get her to like you when you move to the Philippines, if you're still single and you're trying to like build a slow relationship and do things right,
Yeah.
sing a song and sing in Bisaya for extra points, but don't be a KJ. They say KJ a lot.
What's KJ?
Killjoy. My first year here, my first 15 years of coming here, I always swore off karaoke. I fucking hate that shit. I don't want to listen to it. I don't want to spend all night listening to stupid love ballads. But
You got to have karaoke songs that no one else has at your bar. Like,
I got drunk enough to sing this Sublime song the other night with the reggae band, and
yeah, but they normally don't have Sublime in the binders or Third Eye
no,
Blind.
that's why they always only have Santeria, and so
Yeah. See, now maybe some Weezer in there, some Smashing Pumpkins. Like they don't have those, and we could have cool karaoke, like a bridge. We'll have some good like. We could even like glaze Tor a little bit and put his track in there, and we could make like a karaoke version of a song.
yeah,
We could put it on this channel.
it's a little homoerotic the way you say glaze all the time.
Well, that's just the term, man.
Sprinkling
Well, we don't want to mug the guy.
glazed donuts.
Yeah. Yeah, like that GIF I use all the time where it's just a guy like filling one donut after another. But anyway,
Let's wrap this up.
yeah, I know that's what we're doing. But yeah, that would be good though. Having like a Western karaoke thing. Cause like I would probably dip my toe into it if you had some like Peter Gabriel, some Silverchair.
Silverchair.
Yeah, man, it's been a while. I hate everything after the song Freak. I didn't like that album. I mean, I do now. Oh, I'm a freak. Like, to me, that was like cheap. Like Frog
Or
Stomp.
Jinx.
It would have to be Frog Stomp.
Frog Stomp was a good fucking album.
Yeah. That's like the first track if you don't have a good stereo. All right, so I guess I'll go through my usual wrap up now.
Israel's Son.
Yeah.
That's what it's called.
Yeah, I know. I just
to go full circle.
Yeah, I know. Oh. Yeah. But yeah, so if you I mean, I make jokes about my state. I currently am really homeless, and if you want to help us out, we're going to be doing the radio show proper called Hobo and Quest. Once I get my new gear and I get my payout, I might get it this week. I might get it in a month from now. But if you want to take the load off Chris a little bit, because I am literally crash landed in his fucking house. If you want to drop a super and support the channel, you can do that with the link on your screen, and you can do it in the link in the description.
Auditor tipped $50.
Another 50. Damn.
And it's
on fire.
Somebody named Arbiter. Anyway, yeah, you can do that. It's really helpful. It goes a long way. I'm sitting here. Currently, I got a $5 super the other day, and this is what I have left of it. I have 100 peso. This is about $1.80, $1.75, and I'm trying to not bother Chris too much.
And if you guys are here, can you drop a thumbs up, because we need algorithm attention for Mike's channel to keep growing, and we want to get him monetized sooner than later. So
yeah, I think I am going to monetize. I was going to hold it off until I switched my banking and stuff, because I am worried about it being a Canadian sanctioned profile, which means Canada might apply their censorious laws to us, even though we're not in Canada. But that's another story. But yeah, and then again, when we do Hobo and Quest, once I'm flush, we're going to be donating super chats up to $1,000, and I might double it depending. Don't know for sure. Or if we get 500, maybe I'll add 500, so then we'll be able to do 1,000, and we'll actually fly out there and we'll actually get a receipt, so we didn't rip anybody off. But we want to help the community, but for now, I need a little bit of help. So if you want to help out, drop a super, join the members only community. As soon as I get my new phone, the iPhone, I'll be doing live streams all the fucking time. The back of my phone that I'm using right now, it's a glass back, so the battery's exposed. It's all shattered. Can't take it out. It doesn't autofocus, or it autofocuses too much. It's annoying. But and then there's the voicemail. If you want to leave a voicemail, you can do that at speakpipe.com/hobospeaks. But in the future, it'll probably just be asiabase.tv/voice. And I guess that wraps it up, man.
Also, put your favorite bands in the video comments after the live is closed, because I want to know what you guys listen to.
Or just use other YouTubers as names in a sentence without actually talking about that YouTuber. So
no, it's not for the algorithm. I want to know what kind of music these guys in here listen to.
The radio show.
Because I'm making music to insert in the breaks.
Okay, so that's actually helpful. But I was going to say, what you could also do is be like, you guys are really good at highlighting that Philippines life. Because that's the name of a popular YouTube channel, That Philippines Life.
Yeah, I told you I did that in my script with 15 people name dropped all in one paragraph. It was cheesy as fuck.
Or how does Filipina beaver line up with Canadian beaver? Because beaver being, Winona's. Anyway, yeah. But, you could just throw in... Yeah, or it's hard to teach an old dog new tricks. Yeah. But because that's another one. Or I don't know. Where are you geo-located? And then just type it with GIO instead.
Geo in the Philippines or Geo in the world? What's his new channel?
It's Geo. Where is your Geo on the go?
Oh yeah, it's
yeah. But just spell Geo wrong and make it GIO.
What's Maya's channel called?
I don't know. I never got up on that lore. I don't even really know. I've seen a couple videos by Geo.
Maybe
I think he's great.
Maya Sharona.
Yeah, I don't know. Whatever, dude. We're dragging this.
Let's go then. Let's go.
All right. Thank you very much for everybody coming on.
We love you. You're very special.
Doses.
We're going to wrap it up because I am hungry and
Hi, hungry. I'm Dad.
See you later, guys.